Today, we explore how the Russian army fell from its pedestal of power, once feared, now mocked. What caused this collapse? Hubris, the belief that things will unfold as they always have, a refusal to evolve, a blind confidence in past victories. This arrogance turned the Russian military into a cautionary tale, studied not for its brilliance, but for its blunders. Ukraine, pushed into thin ice, did what anyone must do when survival is at stake. It fought back, not with overwhelming force, but with ingenuity born from desperation. It adapted, it endured. This isn't just a geopolitical story, it's a mirror. The same principle applies to our lives. If we're never pushed to the edge, we grow complacent. Comfort breeds stagnation. That's why the little guy is often more resilient, because for them, losing means disappearing. There is no soft landing, no second place. But if the little guy survives, if they endure the cold long enough, they can turn the tables. The behemoth, bloated with pride, sleeps and sinks. That's where Russia is now, drowning on its own overconfidence. It's been nearly 12 years since the Russia Ukraine conflict began. Russia had over a decade to win. Ukraine had over a decade to survive. That difference matters. The turning point came when President Trump told President Zelensky bluntly that he had no cards to negotiate. That moment shattered illusions. Ukraine stopped waiting for rescue. It transformed from victim to guerrilla warrior. Suddenly, the war wasn't just on Ukrainian soil. It seeped into Russia itself. Airplanes sabotaged, runways cratered, trains derailed, oil refineries ablaze, ammunition depots blown up. The battlefield expanded, and the myth of Russian invisibility cracked. Meanwhile, China eyes Russian territory with quiet hunger. North Korea dumps unreliable artillery in exchange for natural resources. Even BRICS members, supposed allies, circle like vultures, each trying to exploit the other. 12 years for Russia to lose a war. 12 days for Israel to win theirs. The behemoth pushed the little guy onto thin ice, only to be outmaneuvered, outlasted, and now out of breath. David didn't defeat Goliath with brute strength. He won because he knew that losing meant disappearing. That clarity sharpened his aim. This isn't just about nations, it's about us, about creators, challengers, workers, survivors. If we wait for comfort, we'll never grow. If we avoid thin ice, we'll never learn to skate. The Russian army teaches us what happens when power forgets humility. Ukraine teaches us what happens when survival demands creativity. So the question isn't whether we'll face thin ice, it's whether we'll be ready to fight when we do, whether we'll adapt, endure, and turn the tables. Because sometimes the only way forward is through the cold or extreme heat. Thank you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you can, comment beautiful things. Thank you.